Hey guys, so I'm in my kitchen and I know it's a bit old and it's cool here because we have an open chimney to um, kind of it's an old house, and so instead of those electric thingies, my grandparents had a chimney to um, you know take out all the fumes and gases from cooking. Also, we used to have those wood stoves, so there's another reason for that. But um, today is the last day of Hanukkah, and I have cooked these for the first 2 days, and I didn't record it. But today I'm going to record a very good fritter because around this time um, fried foods and oily foods are used, and this dessert is a Portuguese dessert that we eat around this time. This and rabanadas are like kind of French toast. um and these are things that we eat around this time of the year, so I think it may have to do and be inspired by our Sephardic fast, because we have it's very common all over the country, but I think the main regions that have this tradition usually have Jews in there, just like malasadas in the islands. I think this well, this recipe is really good. So what you want to do, um I think first I need to tell you the ingredients because of course you should prepare your ingredients ahead of you, and sorry, this is rude. So there are several ways you can make this recipe, and I'm sorry, I'm trying to fix the. Okay, I can see myself on the camera, but somehow the timer has stopped. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to have a pumpkin or a squash. A butternut squash is good and small. You don't have to get a big pumpkin. We tend to use what we call abóbora menina. Um, but I'm actually using a butternut squash because it's we actually call pumpkin to everything. So yeah, so we're using a butternut squash. I have this one. Let me see the little net it came in. Okay, this one is about 700 grams. A little more, but yeah, you have bigger ones, but I like to buy the small ones because I like to use them to replace potatoes. And I don't want them to spoil, so I buy the small ones that I can use in a single use. Um, but you can also use oranges, and sometimes I do add both things to the recipe because it's really good. You may add aguardente. Now, what's aguardente? I think in Japan uh I used uh an Italian liquor to replace it. I don't remember the name. Uh, but it was really good. Um, so what you want to do, and I already cooked my pumpkin, is you want to mush your pumpkin. And again, depending on what you put in your recipe, you're going to need different doses of uh, flour. Because, for instance, if you're using oranges, your dough is going to act differently than if you're going to use pumpkin or if you're using both. Uh, and these recipes they're fluffy for days. You can also use carrot, or you can use a mix of them. So you can use about some people use more sugar. Like this recipe calls for a lot of sugar, but I don't use a lot of sugar. But like you can use about 1 kilo of pumpkin or squash or whatever you have. Or if you want to mix in, you can use carrot or orange juice, and you kind of compensate for the weight. Uh, Now you use about half a kilo of flour, about 3 jumbo eggs, um, the juice of, depending on the orange, you can use the juice of 1 or 2 oranges, and you can either make your own um, ferment what is it uh what do you call it, you know, I knew the name in English. Oh gosh, I'm so dumb. uh